Welcome to Yan Comes to China channel, where you get information about doing business with Chinese people. I'm Kyle Yan, your host. If you are buying products from China, there's a good chance that you will need to look at vendors on Alibaba.com. There are hundreds of thousands of vendors on that site selling millions of products. You probably want to know which one is worth your trust. Before taking the leap of faith and press that order button, it's advisable that take safety measures to protect your interests. Here, let me show you some of the safety measures available. First, if it is a new vendor, I always insist on paying through Alibaba's payment platform so I can take advantage of Alibaba's trade assurance program. Trade assurance is a trade protection program instated by Alibaba.com. It offers a trade dispute resolution option in case the vendor doesn't ship your product or the quality falls short. Next, I will get a supplier report from Alibaba.com. Here's how you can get this report. First, find the vendor's name. It usually located at the right-hand side of the product page, like this one here. You would like to highlight and copy the vendor's name. Then open another tab. Type in alibaba.com/supplier-report, like here. Then paste the vendor's name in the search bar and search. Here it shows the vendor and the report here. You can download it, but for now, we just want to take a look. Alibaba gives the company an A index. If you click the question mark here, it says that based on analysis of Alibaba Business Index, the percentage of business ranked A within this model segment is in the middle 50. Means that this business is better than 50% of other businesses on Alibaba.com. So an A ranking is average. Here are factors considered when Alibaba.com gives this ranking to this company. And here is business registration information that the company submitted to the Chinese authorities. It shows that the company has been established in 2007, more than 13 years ago. This uniform social credit code is important. If you would ever get into legal run-ins with this company, you can identify this company with this number with Chinese judicial systems. Here is the registered capital, which is the amount of investment the business made when starting up the company. They are in the manufacturing industry. Their location is Shenzhen City, Guangdong Province. This is the name of legal representative, which is by a good chance of being the boss of the company. Business status. It must show active. If it's not active, the company should not be doing business with you. Here is the Chinese name of the company. If you want to dig deeper about the company's background, which I will show you later in this video, you should keep note of this Chinese name. Here it shows how they are doing business on Alibaba.com. Their response rate is about 60%. On-time dispatchment, which is an on-time delivery rate, is about 95%. Industry average is about 85%, so it's not bad. Reorder rate in the last 180 days shows about 23%, which is lower than the industry average. It's not something that you need to alarm of, but you use it to help to evaluate among your vendors. The rating and review score is 4.4 out of 5, with a total of 68 reviews showing very satisfied, which is good. Top products. If you are interested in what else they sell, here are the transaction records, the total revenue that they got from Alibaba.com, the total revenue from last 180 days, the total number of orders. Here are the business bureau summary. The general manager's name. This is important because it probably is the person who's actually in charge. Then here are the stakeholders' record. The two stakeholders are holding 100 stakes between them. Basically, this is a good framework of what this company is and how their business fashions on Alibaba.com. Keep in mind that Alibaba.com does not always have updated supplier report available on the supplier reports page. You should ask the supplier to give you the most updated report. If you have a doubt on the authenticity of the report that you will receive from the vendor, you can ask Alibaba.com to verify it for you. Next, you may want to look at the vendor a little bit further if you plan to invest significant money into your order. Here's how. On the supplier report, highlight and copy the vendor's Chinese name. Then on your browser, open a new tab. Open a new page named qcc.com. It's a Chinese business background check site where you can get many details of this vendor. Here, I already have one opened. Paste the vendor's name in the search bar. If you don't read Chinese but use Chrome browser like I do, you can always right-click your mouse and select Translate into English to translate the page into English. Here is the company's translated English name, which is different from what we see on Alibaba.com. It's okay because Google Chrome translates the business name differently. It's still the same company as long as the uniform social credit code match. Their company status is subsisting, which means that at some point in the history of this company, they had restructuring, which happens to many legitimate companies. The company is categorized as a micro to small enterprise, which means that they have under 300 staff. What is interesting is that they have 2 business risks and 2 judicial cases pending against them. This is definitely something that we need to find out. To get this information, you can either pay qcc.com for their premium information or just ask the business and get it from their perspective. Here are the business contact information and basic information about the business has been doing environmentally friendly lighting since 2007. Here are some business licensing information. We know that their registered capital is 1.5 million yuan. We also know their tax ID, their organization code, their business registration number. Their type of a business is LLC. Their staff is under 50 people. Their licensed business scope is interesting to look at. They're licensed to do LED lighting, semiconductor lighting. So if you are buying stuff from them that is other than LED lighting, you should proceed with caution because the product they are selling is more like a quick gig than a long-term commitment. They can do trade if it's LED lighting related, but for other things, you should be cautious and give a grain of salt. So basically, this is it. If you want to proceed with doing business with this company, you need to find out why they have these issues and if this would hurt your business with them. Here we have known a little bit more about this vendor and understand that there are some risk factors associated to them. If you still want to proceed with ordering, it's advisable that you get product monitoring and inspection service to follow through their orders. You can get them from a third-party vendor or through Alibaba.com. Here is what they look like if you get them through Alibaba.com. First, log into your Alibaba.com account. Click on My Account. On the left-hand side, select Trade Services, then Inspection Services. Click on that. In this page, we see Production Monitoring and Inspection Services. Here are the service types. Production Monitoring costs $48. What they do is to confirm production status. They will do one visit. Visual check on one piece on each carton. Packaging, shipping mark, and inner carton marking checks. They will do 1 carton per item. The benefit of it is to keep update on production, reduce risks order delays, view product details before shipment. Further down, there's the inspection service. It starts at $118. The inspector will pay the vendor 1 visit to do on-site check. At 118 level, they will check workmanship on under 50 pieces, perform function check on 1 item, provide contract product quality check on 3 items. They will verify all quantities. Total service time is under 2 hours. There are 2 other price options, so if you pay more, you will get more services. The prices include travel to the vendor, so it's not a bad deal. The inspection service is provided by Bureau Veritas, China Certification and Inspection Group, or SGS. So how does it work? When you place an order with the vendor, you just need to add this service as an additional item. You just check them here. The services are added to your order total. Production monitoring and inspection services are handy when you order from vendors that you are not familiar with or have doubts about. Many vendors on Alibaba.com are micro to small businesses. They usually have a small business team with inconsistent customer service policy. Through the course of doing business with them, your experience may change when they have staff changes. It's advisable that you get to know the boss instead of just the front person. Feel out the personality of the boss will help you to make better decisions if you want to depend on your supply chains on her or his company. To achieve that, you either travel to meet them or have a local representative to do that for you. Remember, business risk factors are fluid. That is true for any business anywhere. You should form a habit of regularly checking for updated Alibaba.com supply report and QCC.com report to monitor your vendors. That's all for today. Thank you for viewing. Wish you good luck with your business in China.